Hey guys, this is Steli FD with Closeout. In today's video, what I want to share with you and teach you is how to stop worrying about happy customers and start creating successful customers. Here's the number one reason why new startups and new companies die, although they were able to successfully acquire customers. Here's a mistake that I see founders do again and again and again, and I want to share that mistake with you to save you from killing your company slowly and painfully without even realizing it while you are acquiring customers and closing deals. So here are the milestones that most companies and new startups are thinking in. And I think that some of them are right and some of them can be really, really wrong. At the beginning, all you want to do is you want to get one paying customer. And I think that's a pretty, substantial milestone that we all should reach, right? The difference between no customers and one customers are humongous. Once you get to that one customer milestone, the next milestone that many companies and startups make for themselves is to get to 10 customers. Awesome, I'm with you. But once you reach 10 customers, here's what companies typically do. Lazy thinking. They just go, now let's get to 50 and 100 and 1,000 customers. Whoa. Let's slow down. Once you get the first 10 customers, here's what I want you to do. Look at those 10 customers and ask yourself, who is the most successful customer we have? Not the happiest one, the most successful one. Don't worry about happy, worry about success. Now, what's the difference of these two things? Very simply, happy customers are nothing else than customers that keep paying you money without complaining, or in some cases, it means that some champion within the organization, somebody who's the ultimate buyer, likes you, right? They might like your logo, your brand, or your product. They like that they purchased it. They find it cool. They find it exciting. They like your startup. For one reason or another, emotionally, they're happy when they think about your product. Now, happiness is fine, and I'm all for it, but happiness does not equal success. Here's what success is. Success is when that customer is capable and able to make simple math on the back of a napkin on how the amount of money that they pay for your solution or product is less than the value they're getting in exchange. And in a perfect world, less by a factor of 3, 4, 10, 20, the higher the better, right? They need to be able to make math that says, I'm getting value in the extent of $10,000 a month, and what I'm paying them in exchange is $500 a month. Now that's a successful customer. The reason why that's important is that if you have a successful customer, it doesn't matter if your champion leaves the business. The next person that comes in to take over their position potentially can still look at that napkin or still do that math themselves and figure out, well, shit, we're not going to cancel on that service or product. Also, when your champion has to ever justify the purchase, they don't just say stupid things like, well, I really like these guys and I think what they do is it's cutting edge and it's a lot of innovation and I think that's really good for our business. They don't come into that conversation defending the purchase with kind of weak arguments. They can simply do the math and say, you know what, I think those guys are awesome, but independently from that, we're making $10,000 in savings with them, or we are producing X, Y, and Z in value because of the service or product that we purchased. It's a no-brainer. We need to keep paying for this. The other reason, so that's one. So how do you translate that? One way of translating that is that if you have a successful customer, they're going to keep paying you money, which means that they're going to keep staying with you. They're going to be a better, sorry about that, throwing down bottles while talking to you guys, but they're going to be a better customer because they stay longer. They're going to be more likely to be a reference and tell other people about your business. And they're going to be growing with you, which means the value of that customer is much higher in terms of dollars and cents for you. But also, beyond that, the reason why you want successful customers, not just happy ones, is that what you care about in the early days is getting insights about your market and more importantly, figuring out who should you focus on first. Who's your target customer first? And once you get, excuse me, once you get 10, 15, 20, 30 customers, what you want to do is you want to step back and figure out who of these customers is most successful so we can focus our efforts on getting more of these types of customers so that we can create a more customized, ideal customer profile and we understand our target audience better so that that can influence our marketing, our product development, our sales. That can influence our pricing if we know that we generate for our most successful customer hundreds of thousands of dollars in value, that might influence the pricing moving forward that we set up for our business, right? You want to price your product based on the value you create in the world, not based on the cost that you have delivering it. So it's going to give you all kinds of insights about how to do marketing moving forward, how to do product development moving forward, who your ideal customer is moving forward. It's going to help you on your pricing. It's going to make a massive difference in all your decision making moving forward. And on top of that, nothing is sweeter than successful customers. They're just awesome. They just keep telling you how great you are. They keep giving you positive feedback. You keep seeing tweets and reviews from them online about how amazing your service is and how much value they were able to get out of it. Nothing more rewarding than closing a customer and seeing them succeed with your product or service. It's the best thing for morale internally. And morale is what your startup is running on. Morale is what your sales team is going to be fueled by. Nothing worse, nothing more soul crushing than you going out there and closing deals day in, day out, and then seeing these customers and deals churn and cancel and tweet about how there was kind of a nice solution, but it's not really crucial. That's going to crush morale inside and out in your business. It's going to make it harder and harder to climb up that mountain that we all want, which is like product market fit and ultimately a scaled and successful business. So stop worrying about happy customers, start worrying about successful ones, and focus on delivering success, delivering value, and measuring that value and success in dollars and cents once you get the first 10, 20, 30 customers before you start scaling to more and more and more customers. I hope this was useful to you. Make sure to subscribe to our blog, blog.close.io, subscribe to this video and our YouTube channel, and make sure to give us feedback. Tweet me at Stelly or at Close.io, CLOSEIO, and let us know your feedback, your thoughts on happy and successful customers. Let's share our knowledge with each other to make all of us more successful. Now go out there and get them.
Do you want to manually log calls in your sales CRM, or do you want more of this? Close.io helps you close more deals with less effort. Try it free at Close.io.